Lesson 2-10 Practice Multiplicity. Question 1. Which of the following is a rough sketch of the graph g of x equals x minus 3 times x plus 1 times 7x minus 2? Alright, so it's going to have a 0 at 3. That one does. It's going to have a 0 at negative 1. That one does. And it's going to have another 0 at 7th, because 7 times 2 divided by 7 minus 2 is 0. 2/7, and it does. It will also have a y-intercept at negative 3 times 1 times negative 2, which is 6. Again, it does. I'm confident A is the answer. We can look at the other answers. You can see it does not touch 6. Does not touch 6 on the y-axis. None of the others. If you want to copy it and paste it in the graphing calculator to check your work, let's do that real quick. Control C, Control V. Alright, you can see it touches 6, negative 1, 3, and 2/7. 2 divided by 7 is 0.286. Question 2. Which of the following is a rough sketch of f of x equals x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 4? Alright, it's going to have a 0. It has two factors that are x plus 1, so it's going to have a 0, and it's going to touch it at negative 1. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. It's going to have another 0 at 4. Both of these do. The y-intercept is going to be 1 times negative 4, which is negative 4. I believe this is the answer also. Let's look at the others. Touches at 4. That touches at negative 4, but it has an intercept at 1. And that touches at 4. Alright, so that is correct. Again, if you want to copy it and paste it, check your work. Control C, Control V. You have to change this to a square. It's not the same. Shift 6, 2. Alright, and you can see it is correct. Question 3. Place the end behavior in the appropriate bin for its polynomial function, then check your prediction. Some end behavior choices may not be used and may be used more than once. Alright, so this is p of x equals x plus 3 times x minus 4 times 3x minus 7 times 4x minus 3. The leading term would be x times 3x times 4x. That's 12 x to the 4th power. That is even, and it's positive. So that means both hands up. Even, positive, both hands up. As x gets larger in either direction, the positive or negative direction, that means left or right, p of x gets larger in the positive direction. That means both hands up. Again, let's go ahead and copy it real fast. Control C and paste it. Control V. You can't really see. Let's change the range. And you can see it is both hands up. It looks like a W, kinda. P of x equals 3 minus x times 3 minus x times 6 minus x. That'd be negative x times negative x times negative x. That's negative x cubed. Since it is cubed, that means one hand up, one hand down. Since it's negative, that means right hand down, right hand down. X gets larger in the positive direction, right. P of x gets larger in the negative direction, right hand down. As x gets larger in the negative direction, P of x gets larger in the positive. So that is correct. Right hand down, left hand up. Again, let's try to copy it, see if we can see it. Well, you can see it as a squared. That means we have to change it when we paste it. Change this to squared. And you can see that is right hand down, left hand up. Very good. P of x equals negative times 4 minus 3x times x to the 4th power. All right, so the negative times the negative 3x is 3x. 3x times x to the 4th is 3x to the 5th power. It is odd. That means one hand up, one hand down. Because it's positive this time, that means the right hand is up. Right hand is up. Okay, as x gets larger in the positive direction, P of x gets larger in the positive direction, right hand up. As x gets larger in the negative direction, P of x gets larger in the left hand down. This is correct. This, again, we're going to copy it and see if we are correct. Right hand up, left hand down. Again, we're going to have to, when we paste it, Control V, we have to change this to x to the 4th power. And you can see it is right hand up, left hand down. Last one is negative x to the 6th power. When you multiply anything times itself 6 times, you're always going to get a positive answer. So you get x to the 6th power. Because it's even, it's both hands up or both hands down. Because it's positive, it's both hands up. So it's the same answer as the first one. Let's copy it again quickly and see if it's both hands up. Control V. You can change the 6th power to Shift 6, 6. And you can see it is both hands up. Wonderful. Question 4. Which term can be added to the polynomial 5x to the 7th minus 6x to the 6th plus 4x to the 4th minus 4x squared to make it a 10th degree polynomial? For it to be a 10th degree polynomial, its highest exponent has to be 10. Right now, its highest exponent is 7. So we would have to add this one, x to the 10th power, for it to be a 10th degree polynomial. Question 5. F of x equals x plus 1 times x minus 6, and g of x equals 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 6. The graphs of each are shown. I know that g of x is the dotted graph because it's going to be 2 times as far away from the x-axis as the solid graph. All right, explain how you know which graph represents the polynomial function. The blank graph represents g. I already said it was the dotted. Okay, so narrower dashed graph, and the wider solid graph represents f. The leading coefficient of g of x is 2, which tells us the y-coordinates on the point on its graph will be farther from the x-axis for each value of x than when the leading coefficient is 1. Okay, so this dotted one is farther away from the x-axis. Question 6. Complete the explanation of the degree and end behavior of f of x equals 8x cubed plus 2x to the 4th minus 5x squared plus 9. F of x has a degree of blank. Well, it has a degree of 4 since its highest exponent is 4. So we are going to select 4. Since the leading term is 2x to the 4th, as x gets larger, because it is even, the exponent is even, that means both hands up or both hands down. Because it's positive, that means both hands up. So as x gets larger in the positive direction, that means right. X gets larger in the positive direction. As f of x gets larger in the negative direction, that means left. F of x gets larger in the positive direction. Again, both hands up. Let's go ahead and copy it real quick, see if we can see the both hands up. You can see it has several exponents, so you have to change those into exponents. Control V. You change this into 6 cubed. change this into shift 6, 4, and change this into squared shift 6, 2. You can see it does have both hands up. It looks, again, like a W, sort of. Last question. The graph of the polynomial function f is shown. Select all true statements about the polynomial. All right, we know the degree is even, the degree is odd. Well, it's both hands down, so it has to be even. Even polynomials have both hands up, both hands down. The leading coefficient is negative since both hands are down. If both hands were up, it would be positive. And finally, the constant term is, well, the constant term is 3. So what is, you see it touches the y-axis at 3. So the constant term is positive.